Hello, welcome back again to Xfinity. Today I will show you how to fix Adobe Media Encoder unable to use GPU acceleration CUDA. If you have issue in selecting Adobe Media Encoder GPU acceleration or GPU acceleration is grayed out in Adobe Media Encoder, then you are in the right video as I will show you an easy and very useful methods to fix this GPU acceleration issue in Adobe Media Encoder. Media encoder not using GPU to render issue may also occur due to missing important settings in After Effects and Premiere Pro during dynamic link. So let's get started and fix this issue. Alright fellas, welcome back again to Xfinity, and in this video I will show you how you can fix the Adobe Media Encoder renderer. You are unable to see the GPU acceleration in the renderer settings. The GPU acceleration is very important because you need to render faster in Media Encoder. While you are using the dynamic link with the After Effects or Premiere Pro, you need to make sure you have GPU acceleration, but in many cases this GPU acceleration option is not available, and in this video I will show you how you can enable the GPU acceleration in Adobe Media Encoder. So first of all, you need to go to edit and you need to select the preferences. Once you select the preferences, if you are able to see the renderer under the video rendering, if you are able to see the GPU acceleration CUDA, you can select here. If you are unable to see it here or disabled or it is grayed out, and also make sure you enable this option, enable display color management, because it will force the GPU to be used while you're rendering in the Adobe Media Encoder. And after that, once you're done with the general settings, you need to click on sync settings, and sync stands for synchronization, and it is used when you create a dynamic link between the After Effects to Media Encoder or Premiere Pro to Media Encoder. So that setting is very important, and you need to make sure all options are selected here, and after that you need to click on OK. Now we need to understand why GPU acceleration is grayed out or disabled in the Adobe Media Encoder. The number one reason is maybe due to the CUDA toolkit. You are missing the dependencies for the CUDA to be used in the creative apps. I will share the link in the description. You need to dive straight into the website and you can download it directly from there, and you will have your CUDA toolkit, that is the dependency to be used in the Adobe Media Encoder in order to use the GPU acceleration CUDA. Alright fellas, so this is the dependency that is called as CUDA toolkit that is required for the GPU acceleration in creative apps like Premiere Pro, After Effects and Media Encoder. And once you are done installing the CUDA toolkit, that is the dependency or requirement for the GPU acceleration, you need to dive straight into the NVIDIA GeForce experience. For that you need to go to search and you need to type NVIDIA. Once you type CUDA, you will have two options, NVIDIA Control Panel and NVIDIA GeForce Experience. I have made a very detailed video on the best NVIDIA Control Panel settings for the Adobe Media Encoder to maximize the usage of GPU, and you need to make sure to watch this video for the maximum performance. And once you see the GeForce Experience, and make sure you need GeForce Experience to apply these settings, and if you don't have the GeForce Experience, you can again go to the link in the description and you will be navigated straight to the download page. So once you have downloaded and installed the GeForce Experience software, you need to navigate to drivers, and once you're right inside the drivers, you need to select these three vertical dots and you need to select the studio driver. This is very important for the creative apps like Premiere Pro, After Effects and Media Encoder. If you are unable to see the GPU acceleration in the Adobe Media Encoder or it is grayed out, it may be because of your outdated NVIDIA Studio driver or NVIDIA Game Ready driver. You can use any of these, but I recommend to use Studio driver. And once you click on this, you need to make sure you have the latest version. If you click on this button, check for updates, you will have this option, you have the latest NVIDIA Studio driver. Alright, so there are two options for the Adobe Media Encoder to create a dynamic link with the Premiere Pro and After Effects. First of all, I will dive straight into the Premiere Pro, and I will show you the some settings that is required to be applied when you are rendering the Adobe Premiere Pro project into the Adobe Media Encoder. And there are some settings that needs to be enabled so that you can also use the GPU acceleration in Adobe Media Encoder. Alright fellas, as you can see, I'm right inside my Adobe Premiere Pro, and here you need to apply very important settings, and for that you need to go to file and you need to select the project settings and you need to hit the general. Once you hit the general, you will see your project settings, and make sure the renderer is select to Mercury GPU acceleration CUDA. And if you can see the OpenCL Mercury metal, you can also select that option, but you need to select the GPU acceleration. That is very important. If you have selected the software only here, you won't be able to use the GPU acceleration in Adobe Media Encoder after creating a dynamic link. So that's important to make sure you have the GPU acceleration enabled in Premiere Pro so that you can see the GPU acceleration in Adobe Media Encoder. So once you are done, you need to click on select this option and click on OK. And once you are done with the GPU acceleration settings, you need to go to edit and you need to select the preferences and hit the general. Once you're right inside the general settings, you need to go to media and you need to make sure you have selected both these options. This is very important. You have H.264 and you have H.264 hardware acceleration decoding and hardware accelerated encoding. So these options are very important when you are rendering in the Adobe Media Encoder. So make sure you have selected these options and click on OK. Alright fellas, so now we are done with the Adobe Premiere Pro settings. Now we need to dive straight into the After Effects. Alright fellas, now as you can see, I'm right inside my Adobe After Effects, and here you need to select edit, you need to select the preferences and you need to hit the general. And once you're right inside, you need to select the median disk cache. You need to make sure this option is enabled. This is very important because it is required to create a cache before you can create a dynamic link between the After Effects and Adobe Media Encoder. And also make sure create layer makers from footage XMP metadata. This is required to create a dynamic link. If the GPU acceleration is enabled in the After Effects, it must be sent over to the Adobe Media Encoder so that it can use the data to apply the same settings. So this is very important. And after that, you need to click on OK. Once you're done, you need to go to file and you need to select the project settings, and after that you need to select the Mercury GPU acceleration CUDA here under the video rendering and effects, and it is required to enable the GPU acceleration because you are going to create a dynamic link between After Effects and a Media Encoder. So if you have applied software only in the After Effects, the Media Encoder won't be able to render it using GPU acceleration. So that's why this is very important, and you need to click on OK. And now after applying all these settings, you will be able to see the GPU acceleration in the renderer if you are going to render in the Adobe Media Encoder. So that was it guys, and I hope you like this video. If you are still unable to see the GPU acceleration, it means that your GPU is not supported by the creative apps. You need to update your GPU. And I have also created a very special video on how to apply the best NVIDIA control panel settings to maximize the usage of GPU using the Adobe Media Encoder. And I have also made a video on the best export settings for the Adobe Media Encoder. You can also watch that too. And if you have any questions, do let me know. I will try my best to respond and solve your problem as soon as possible. And thank you so much for watching this video, and you can find the link from the description. And if you face any problem, do ping me. I will try my best to solve your queries. Thanks again for watching this video. Have a nice day.